inverted, narcissistic, and most importantly, completely pointless. Come waste an hour of your week with The Starting Block, Friday nights Australian time at dlive.tv/The Starting Block. Get in touch with us on Twitter at The Starting Block, no K at the end. Also, subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts or iTunes by searching for The Starting Block, all one word, or on Podbean at startingblock.podbean.com. Join the blockheads, tuning in their millions, right around the world.
You're listening to The Starting Block on TAVshow.com.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron or a member of the PTL Club, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Okie dokie, roll 'em!
Nothing to rearrange. Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change.
Hey, welcome to The Starting Block for another week. Big show as always. We've got story times, we've got sad days in television, we've got pranks, we've got cheering up billionaires, all that and much, much more here on The Block. Greeno here from The Starting Block. On behalf of The Block, we just wanted to let you all know that we're all in this together. Well, except if you have coronavirus, then stay the fuck away. But in every other situation, we're in it together. To all of you on the front lines, those of you turning a footstool, a wok, and a pitchfork into a home gym, those of you who have given your housemates a mental breakdown because you decided lockdown was a great time to learn the keyboard and the only thing you can play after 8 weeks is chopsticks over and over and over again. And those of you who are homeschooling and are now understanding the question you used to harass your maths teacher with of, when the fuck are we ever going to need to know this in the real world, is coming back to bite you on the ass. Just remember, like a 1990s Australian sitcom, we're all in this together. The days may be long, but in times like this, you can rest assured we will be here to waste an hour of your week, Friday nights Australian time, at dlive.tv/The Starting Block. So take care, social distance, whack on a mask, and subscribe to our show on iTunes. It may not cure coronavirus, but it sure will help us with our rankings. And isn't that really the most important thing right now?
Public Radio's loss is TAVshow.com's game. You're listening to The Starting Block.
Hey, welcome to the starting block for another week. You've got myself, Greeno, and joined by a man who's still calming down from all the excitements from this week's Rugby League State of Origin. My co-captain, Damo. How are we, sir?
Very good, Greeno. Good evening to you. Good evening to all the boys and girls out there on board the listenership. A special good evening to Braddles in the chat, Greeno, BE, the Earth Reporter. I'm going to open it up straight out of the gates here with one of these.
Nice, Gary!
Congratulations to Braddle. I'm now pushing to have his nickname officially changed to Mr. 50 or some derivative thereof. Mr. 50 points, maybe. He wants to be called 50 Cent Gangster, but I don't think that's going to work. Do you reckon just 50?
Well, instead of BE,
yeah.
50E.
50E. 50E, the Earth Reporter.
Yeah,
nice, Gary!
I don't know anything about gangsters. You don't know anything about cool nicknames. We fucking solved it, mate.
Solved it. Fixes.
And blockheads around the world, etc., etc., etc.
Blockheads millions. You know how we go. Damo, quick kimono pull story time.
I like stories about pinatas.
Jumped on here. Quickest pre-show we've ever done in history.
Yep.
It was literally less than 8 seconds was our pre-show.
Yeah. And he's not exaggerating. Like Greeno,
No.
Greeno can exaggerate sometimes when he's telling a story. Like, oh man, it was like 1,000,000 miles. You know, it was like quicker than fucking lightning. But he's not exaggerating on this occasion. It was less.
It was literally 8 seconds. I logged in. I'm like, hey man. He's like, can you hear me? Yep. Did you hear that audio? Yep. Want to get started? Sounds good.
Sweet.
Nice,
thing is,
Gary!
I'd actually been online ready to go for about 15 minutes, but could not get my audio to work. So like we've had tech issues the last couple of weeks. So I'm going through the protocols, right? I'm sitting there, I'm resetting this. I restarted the computer. I refused to update. No update.
No update. Definitely no update. That's a fact.
Just restart.
Nice,
Then I
Gary!
reloaded the settings. I made sure banana was all closed off. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I'm checking the settings in the audio section. I'm like, oh, maybe it's an issue with Discord. Better jump in the settings there. No, that's all sweet. What's going on?
There's a process you have to go through. You got to eliminate things one at a time. Sometimes people say to me like, hey, my sound's not working. And I'm like, oh, okay, have you tried this, and this? And they're like, no. I'm like, well, so, what do you think it might be then? Because like, you have to kind of think your way through it. There's not a button. There should be a button by now.
Should be.
That just says fix my shit up. Have you pressed the fix my shit up button yet? No, I haven't.
Quite.
No, why don't we have that? They're ripping us off, Greeno.
That'll do it. But in the end, after all those protocols I went through all the lists you normally give me of like, make sure you do this, Greeno.
Yeah.
I'm like, hang on a sec. And it turns out the cord that plugs in from my microphone to my cans, the cans portion was off.
Nice,
It
Gary!
got caught on something because it's always plugged in. It's ready to go at any point in case I need to do like an emergency podcast.
Not all the time. Not today, for example.
Not today, like when I actually had a podcast to do.
Yeah.
But got that
whenever you're not doing podcasts, it works perfectly. But
spot on.
Yeah.
So then from there, I was like, fuck, it's 25 past. Like, Boogie's still not on the line. I just need to take a piss. Got a quick piss before the show, before he jumps on. Quickly, like unlogged off, so you weren't just hearing dead air.
Well, I need to interrupt your story.
I like stories about pinatas.
I interject. This is just a micro sub story.
I like stories about pinatas.
Because I sat
related
down,
or separate?
definitely related. So I sat down at like 25 past, and I saw you jump on and off a couple of times. And I was like, I just did my final check, make sure everything's right. Yep. And then I logged in just as you logged out. And I thought, well, he's going to be straight back. And I thought, now I don't have time to take a piss because he's going to be back any second now. And then I sat here, like the seconds turned into minutes. And then just as I'm like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to go take a piss, you jump back on. So
I like stories about pinatas.
So I like that you were taking a piss, which prevented me from taking a piss. Basically.
Well, no, now I've got to finish my story time.
Yes.
So went on in.
I like stories about pinatas.
Went on in, the daughter's in the toilet. We only got one bathroom. So the daughter's in the toilet. And I'm like, well, fucking, I'm cutting it tight.
Yep.
So then it opened up the question, Damo, of, okay, where's an appropriate place to urinate outside in my backyard?
In your backyard?
Nice,
In my backyard.
Gary!
Now, here's the thing. My backyard is very wide open and it's all just grass and it's all corners, right?
Yep.
So there's no kind of behind the scenes. Now, my kids play in the entire backyard. So I'm trying to work out which particular corner in my backyard the kids play in the least.
Avoid?
Yeah. And I realized that they literally play in every particular corner. So I need to get myself a shed just so I've got somewhere to piss behind. So in answer to the original question, I still haven't taken a piss either.
Oh, well, there you go.
Nice,
I'm waiting for ad break
Gary.
1,
Yeah.
and I'm going to quickly duck on in. Hopefully the daughter's out of the toilet by then.
Well,
There's my story.
I've got a feeling since we're currently now 10 minutes into the program, I've got a feeling that the first segment is going to fucking drag on a little bit.
Oh, of course it will. We've got 2 of your story times.
Two
and
story times. There's
you're
no
a
way.
long-winded motherfucker.
You sent me this rundown, and I was looking through it like an hour ago, and I'm just trying to do the maths in my head. I'm like, there's no way we're doing all of this. Like we're not getting through all this.
Oh, definitely getting through all this.
No,
'Cause
there's no way. We're going to be here for like 3 hours if we try to.
6 of these segments are fucking like 4-second gags, dude. That's fine.
Well, maybe you need to start putting the time down, Greeno.
Nice, Gary.
Like, remember we used to do that when we first started in radio? We were like, okay, we'll spend 10 minutes on this, and then we'll. You know how long that lasted? Like one half of one episode.
Because we were always behind schedule within the first segment straight away.
We were like, we looked down at the first ad break, and we were like, okay, how are we doing here? Because we were nervous and shit on our first radio show. And we looked down and we're like, fucking, there's like 85% of this we've got to burn now. We've
throwing the next 6 stories out. They're done.
Yeah. So I always had a talent for wasting the audience's time. So yeah, all right, a little bit of
I
a
like stories about pinatas.
So this weekend, Greeno, as you know, and as I'm sure many in the audience know, I was plugging the shit out of this on Wednesday on my show, Greeno. It's the return of a time-honored tradition which has been going for what, like a year and a half. So,
man, we're talking back to pretzel days. So we're talking 4 or 5 years back.
4 or 5 years. Okay, but it's been an organic thing that's kind of grown out of nothing. Basically, and I'm dubbing it, and I don't know if you agree with this or not, I want to dub it the Lunch of Legends.
Nice, Gary.
Because I was thinking League of Legends, Lunch of Legends. I don't know, it's got a nice ring to it. We can call it LOL. So, so it's my turn to host the Lunch of Legends, which is Greeno and his family are coming over to my place. Last time I went to Greeno's house. And if you remember, if you'll go back to the archives of the podcast, Greeno was shamefully going to just like throw a bunch of fucking deep fried shit, from a local fish and chip shop and just dunk that on a plate.
Shit, though. Yeah.
And which was totally breaking the tradition of, the Lunch of Legends, which is, like I said, it's like an unspoken, Greeno and I have been best mates forever. And we've always been pretty competitive, like whether we were playing fucking video games or ping pong or shooting hoops or whatever it was. It's a friendly competition though. Like it's not like angry rivalry or anything, obviously.
There's no punches thrown. It's always just a game of one-upmanship, if you will.
Exactly. It's like an unspoken vibration that happens. We used to go to the pool hall every week and play like the first one to win 21 games of pool.
21, because if you're going to do it, you got to do it
6
properly.
hours, So, yeah. And afterwards, we wouldn't be like, fucking sucked in, mate, I'm better than you. It would be like, man, that fourth game was really good when you sunk the 8 in the corner there. That was, it's that kind of thing. So this is what's happening.
And it'd always be looking forward to next week's game.
Exactly. So
you beat me 21-18, looking forward to next week to get my redemption.
Get your time back. So last week, Greeno, like I said, was going to throw a bunch of deep fried brown shit onto a plate. And I said, this is unacceptable. And I basically shamed him into changing the plan. You had to go out that night for groceries, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we cut the show short.
Yeah,
because I'm like, well, if we're not doing this, and
totally
the actual
underprepared.
The background of it as well is like, if it was just you pissing and moaning, I'd be like, yeah, whatever, you'll deal with it. You'll eat my deep fried shit that I buy from elsewhere.
Yeah.
But then I found out your lovely bride doesn't actually eat seafood.
That's right.
So I'm like, well, I like her more than I like you. So I'm like, I better make sure she's taken care
Nice,
of.
Gary.
Better go make sure there's a good meal that she can actually eat.
It's nice that you do that to your friends. So, so basically, you did homemade pasta and a nice slow cooked lamb ragu. I put pictures up on Twitter at the time. I don't know if I'll put pictures up of tomorrow's meal because I'm cooking it. It might be dog shit. So, but I put pictures up of. We'll find out. But I put pictures up. Greeno did a fucking sensational job.
Nice,
Gary. We spoke about it at the time. So I am thinking to myself, well, it's my turn, and as usual, we're very similar, Greeno. I'm a crammer. So we get to like the weekend just gone, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I need to come up with something here. I need to come up with a plan because you see, I'm a sauce guy. I like a good sauce. Sauce is like my kind of thing. And that means like, I'm talking about like chili and stuff like that, those kinds of dishes, pasta sauces and shit. But I've done that already. So I can't just whip out another bowl of
Can't
chili.
go back. No, yeah, that's the other rule for the audience. The rule is you can't,
No
no matter how
repeats.
delicious. Don't get me wrong, I'd happily smash down a bowl of your chili again tomorrow.
Right.
But the rule of the Lunch of Legends is you cannot repeat a dish.
Correct. And so I was talking with Lady Boogs about, what potential dishes we could do. And everything I was coming up with, she's like, yeah, but it's kind of in the same group of dishes. It's still a sauce-based meal that you're coming
Same
up with.
realm. Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And then I was thinking, like, so what does Greeno comment on every single year when I say, what do I do for my birthday, Greeno?
A sausage fest, sir.
No, it's a sausage fest. It's a German sausage fest. So I cook my own. I don't go out for my birthday. I'd rather stay at home and like drink wine and cook my own dinner, So I do that. But then I thought to myself, well, I can't do just like fucking heat up sausages in like water baths, because that's what I do for myself, and then like heat up sauerkraut that I've bought in a jar with Polish writing on it. I can't do that. It's not good enough. It's not in the spirit. I may as well go to the fucking fish and chip shop.
Nice, Gary!
And get a fucking bag of deep fried shit and throw it on a plate. So I'm not doing that. And then so I kind of ditched the idea because I thought, well, that's not going to be good enough. And I thought to myself, all right, it's winter, Greeno. What about, like, let's strip it all back. Let's get back to fundamentals here. Let's go with the classics. Why don't I have a crack at a fucking beef Wellington?
Nice, Gary!
Why don't I give a beef Wellington a crack?
Cerebral, man, because I was only thinking about beef Wellington today.
Well, there you go.
Because I was like, I need to put it on my menu for next week, because I was trying to work out something, and I'm like, I pick up some mushrooms, and I got this one where I do it with like a mushroom stuffing around it, and then wrapped in prosciutto, and then wrapped in obviously puff pastry.
Yes.
And then like a red wine gravy.
Yes, correct.
So fuck it, man. The pressure's on here because I do like myself a good beef Wellington.
The pressure might be on, but then there were complications, Greg.
Nice, Gary!
Now, so I've never cooked a beef Wellington before in my life. I've never attempted one. So,
you've never done a beef Wellington?
No, never.
You're a man who loves like an eye fillet of beef, though.
I do, yeah, but I'd rather just cook a steak.
Just cook it, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Understandable, yeah.
But I'm open to ideas, don't get me wrong. So I read a few recipes. I'm not, you know me, I'm not a recipe guy. I can't.
Nah, you like to just wing it.
I have to wing it. If I follow a recipe, it all gets muddled up, and I focus too much on the recipe and like following instructions than just feeling it out. Yeah. Whereas if I don't follow a recipe, I'll make stuff because I'm good at flavor, and I'll fucking figure it out as I go along. Yeah. So the way I approached this was, well, I don't have any idea how to do a beef Wellington, so I guess I need to read a little bit. I read like 3, 4, 5 recipes, right? And I just kind of, they were all different. And I thought, well, I'll do this, and this based on the ideas that I got from these 4 or 5, right? But then I thought to myself, all right, so they all say it's the same cut of beef. You've got to use an eye fillet from a piece of beef, right? I thought to myself, well, I'm a fucking genius. How about this? Because there's going to be more of us eating it and I want a bigger piece of meat, why don't I try it with a Scotch fillet instead?
Nice, Gary!
Okay, there's nothing in here that doesn't say that I can't use, Scotch fillet will be nice and tender. So I thought, okay, beautiful. So I get home, I get this huge piece of Scotch fillet. It's ridiculous. Now, I will say that, right, the mushroom shit that I made, like the mushroom stuff that goes around the outside. First of all, I forgot to put the mustard on the beef. I didn't even know. Put the mustard on the beef, I guess I'm jumping ahead here. So it was after the meal. I spent the next couple of days watching videos on beef Wellington. I was like, oh fuck, I got that wrong. I got that wrong. So I didn't put any mustard on the outside of the beef. I did do the prosciutto ham and the mushroom stuff and wrapped with the cling wrap, and I did a fucking amazing job at that with the huge piece of Scotch fillet. I might add. It was perfect coverage. Everything was nice. But another thing, I didn't cook the mushrooms until dry. They were kind of like a mushy paste when I put them on. I didn't know. Number one. Didn't know.
Now, a quick question.
Please.
Because
I like stories about pinatas.
Error I've made previously. Did you make sure the meat rested to the point where there was not one bit of blood left?
No, definitely not.
Because I've done that before, and it made all my pastry red and shitty. It was like a beetroot on a fucking hamburger.
Yeah.
It fucked up the bun. Whereas, I was like, I'm behind time. I'll just quickly whack it in, put it in, like, why is my fucking pastry so soggy? Realize that I never actually gave it a chance to rest, and there was still blood seeping through while I was cooking it.
Correct.
No good.
Well, and you have to think, like, I was also using a larger piece of meat. So it was even more rare, like, which you can eat Scotch fillet quite rare. Scotch fillet is a very tender steak.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, it's very nice. It's just a little, it's the same part basically that you get the eye fillet from. It's just a little bit further up.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit more chewy. They call it Scotch fillet because it's poor man's fillet, and they say Scottish people fucking hate spending money.
Oh, mate,
so
I could eat Scotch fillet all day, every day.
Oh, it's basically a ribeye without the bone.
Yeah, 100%. Right? So good.
Yeah. So I thought, well, I'll try with this. It looked great, right? When you cut it, it looked presentable and stuff, but the shit fell off. It just didn't work. It you know, the flavor was amazing, but the looks overall were fucking ridiculous. And so after a couple of days and I'm watching these things, I thought to myself, you know what? I reckon now with this experience, I can fucking pull it off.
Nice, Gary!
You know what? After this experience, I've learnt some things here. Next time I get it, I'll get the proper cut of meat and I'll make sure everything's good. I got the wrapping. The wrapping part's apparently supposed to be the hardest part, and that's the part that I fucking nailed. So I thought, you know what? I should be able to get this done. But then I had an epiphany, Greeno. No, fuck that. We need to try something else.
Nice, Gary!
So you scrapped the fillet.
I scrapped the fillet. And we are now at like Monday. And the lunch is on Saturday, which leads us to the second story.
I like stories about pinatas.
Got to have a different strategy.
Different strategy, yeah.
So I thought, okay, let's strip it all back. Let's get back to basics. The German feast idea was a good idea, but I can't do just sausages and fucking sauerkraut. So I thought to myself, why don't we go, it's winter, how about like a little bit of fucking home cooking, you know, winter food, warm food, not necessarily a stew because that's something else that I would kind of do, like same slow cooked kind of thing. But what's the one area where, because remember, the constant in our relationship is trying to one up the other person.
It's all about one-upmanship. Yeah, right. Correct.
So Greeno, you know, I made him go out in the middle of the night to get groceries. He had to get up at the crack of dawn to start making
5 a.m.
fucking 5
a.m. to start the ragu.
Yeah. I made him do that. I shamed him into it. And I thought, well, that's a long time to dedicate to the lunch. I have to spend longer. I have to spend a longer amount of time doing the lunch because that's the one area I think that I can...
See, here's the thing that becomes unnecessary because it becomes one-upmanship if you can punch out better flavor in less time.
No, I disagree. I ultimately it's a balance of all things. Like if the flavor is good, then the flavor is good. But it's just it's like winning a stat. So it's like, you know, you might have you know the other team might score more points, but you might have had, you know, a better night on the night because your stats were better, right? So
yeah, fair enough.
So it's a stat, it's a statistic. So I thought, how much longer can I spend on this fucking lunch than Greeno spent on the lunch? And so I thought to myself, all right, so what's some of the old kind of traditional family German foods? And I've come up now with a dish, Greeno. Now, would you like to know what the dish is?
I kind of want it to be a surprise now.
You kind of want it to be a surprise because I thought I was going to announce it on the show.
No, go for it. We need to do the announcement. We need to do the announcement.
Okay. We're having Greeno sauerbraten with Kartoffelkloß and Rotkohl.
Nice, Gary!
How do you like that?
Right.
How do you like that?
Can we translate at some point?
Yeah, sauerbraten. So
yeah,
that's
sauerkraut.
No, not sauerkraut. All right. So it's translates basically to sour roast, sauerbraten, sour beef. It's been marinating now for 4.5 days, Greeno.
Nice, Gary!
Marinating in
nice, Gary.
Vegetables, red wine vinegar. And so, yeah, and then, you know, you take it out. The marinade itself becomes like the gravy that you use at the end. It's a very sweet and sour kind of thing because later on you add shit like pumpernickel bread. What else do you add? Like raisins and shit. And you pour this over everything. The Kartoffelkloß is potato dumplings with croutons in the middle.
Nice.
So I did that just before we got on the show tonight. I got them ready just so I can pop them in the hot water tomorrow.
Beautiful.
And the Rotkohl is red. It's not sauerkraut. It's red cabbage with like apple and apple juice and a little bit of like blackcurrant marmalade and red wine vinegar and stuff. It's a very sweet and sour kind of thing. But
I like it.
So this is all gonna, you know, this is all gonna happen basically. tomorrow morning, but the fucking dish, I should get extra points for the dish starting like 4 days ago.
Nice, Gary.
You should. Now, I don't want to burst.
I should, but I'm not going to, am I?
No, I don't want to burst your bubble. I'm now questionable for attendance tomorrow.
Nice, Gary.
Questionable for attendance.
Questionable for attendance. No. Either the whole family or half the family will be there, depending on health, come tomorrow morning.
Are you serious? Are you being serious now?
I'm being legit, man. My fucking Zach's been sick as a dog all week.
Oh, wow.
So he may have to stay home, which means the wife has to stay with him. So it'll either be me and the daughter, or all 4 of us. We'll see how we go.
Okay.
But now I know you. Now I know you've spent 4.5 fucking days cooking this thing. Yes. I don't care how fucking sick he is. I'm just going to drag him along to try a bit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nice,
so I'm shaming. I'm pre-lunch shaming yet again. Now.
Pre-lunch shaming, bringing a very ill child.
Correct.
For a 3-hour round trip to your joint. Yep.
That's right.
That's what you're doing.
So we'll see how that goes. Now there is another aspect of strategy I need to discuss.
I like stories about pinatas.
Because as you know, we've got 2 horse-sized dogs here.
Yes, yes. There's a different strategy with that as well.
Yes. So here's what we're thinking on this end, and I think this will work. The 2 horse-sized dogs, they're very friendly, they're very playful, they love kids, they're very gentle with kids, but when new people come to the house, like the first 5 minutes, they go mental trying to jump on you and stuff because they're so excited, they're so happy to see you. So if you walk in here, they'll be like trying to lick your face, and they can jump up and put their paws on your shoulders and lick your face if they want to, you know what I mean? So we have to devise a plan because in their excitement, they're sure to send little Paigey and little Zachy kind of flying into a wall.
Yeah, they may crush
through
my
a window.
children.
Yeah, but purely like out of a playfulness, not trying to hurt them or anything. So
it'll be a happy death. Yeah,
that's right. Happy death. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So what we've come up with is I'm thinking that when you get here, if both of the kids come, I'll grab little Paigey and I'll pick her up. I'll walk her in. You grab Zachy, and what we're going to do, we're going to sit the kids on the bench counter in the kitchen and just sit there for like 5 minutes. And you have to ignore the dogs. Like you can't give them attention. You can't push them away. You just have to tolerate it for like 2-3 minutes, and then they stop and they realize and go, "Oh wait, I'm not going to get any pats if I keep doing this."
Yeah.
So, but they have to. It's hard for them to get through that excitement stage because they're still puppies. So
5 minute grace period, if you will.
Yeah. So we grab the kids, we sit them up on the bench, let the dogs like sniff them and stuff and say hello and try and lick them and all of that shit. And then they'll calm down, and then we can put the kids down, Greeno, and then everything's going to be
nice, Gary.
That's what we're thinking.
We'll
but now you're saying that it might only be half of the team showing up. So
maybe half the team.
We might need a whole new fucking strategy. Who knows?
Well, no, the strategy remains the exact same. It's just only one child to put up on the bench.
Okay. Well, we'll figure
that probably works out better.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
That's right.
All right. There you go.
I like stories about pinatas.
Very good.
Lunch of Legends tomorrow. And then so next week we'll be doing the Lunch of Legends post-game show.
Very good. Perfect time for an ad and a quick piss break, I reckon.
You're busting, aren't you? Are you sure you don't want to drag it out? Are you sure you don't want to talk about fucking Dr. Docker? That stupid shit?
We'll do that when we come back. We're going to come back with... no, actually, in retrospect, I probably should have put that because we're going to go Doctor, then health and wellness. That'll work out nicely.
Okay. All right. Go take a piss.
Do you like your novelty comedy songs organic? Handmade with painstaking care, put into every note? Well, look no further than Irrational Times. Using only the finest instruments to create an experience that your ears will thank you for later, Irrational Times attempts to elevate the whimsy to a desirable level. New songs and sketches every week, so check it out.
There's a place that we can go to watch old things. All the warm, fuzzy member berries it brings. It's a special little spot tucked away on D-Live. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. Campy old movies and old cartoons. We hope to see you over there very soon. It's our special little spot tucked away on D-Live. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. When we were kids and there wasn't any school, we'd sit and watch all the best cartoons, eating cereal until it was noon. We'd never cheesy movies, the ones that used to show us boobies. It's our special little spot tucked away on D-Live. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. Enjoy the joy of Pessy. Enjoy the joy of Pessy.
Now with less than 3% sport content. It's the starting block on TAVshow.com.
Yes! Welcome back to the block, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Remember, if you want to get in touch with us, a couple of ways you can do it. Primary option would be, though, via the little blue bird. Follow Greeno at the starting block, one word, drop the K at the end. Follow myself at BoogieBumper. Yeah, we mentioned we were going to talk about Dr. Doctor. Greeno had to do the unprofessional thing and announce to the audience that he was going to urinate. It was like day one shit that they teach you not to do. But anyway, bodily functions are best kept off the mic, you know.
Could I do a quick story time about the piss, if I can?
Yeah, okay.
I like stories about pinatas.
See, now you're just compounding it. You're kind of making it worse. Yeah,
got to roll with it. So in the bathroom, and like I know this show way too well because about half stream. Yeah. In my head, I'm timing it.
Yeah, you're singing the songs.
I started singing Joy of Pessy because I'm like, okay, I think I've got about 40 seconds to finish this off. And in my head, I'm like, so I'm going to cut this tight. It's going to be very, very tight.
God, I hope I don't have to shake too much. I just wanted to
let it dribble down the hallway. It's fine. It came in just at the right time, came in at the back end of Pessy's thing. But sad that I can memorize the timing of the songs we play in between.
It's not sad at all. It's fucking professionalism. Fantastic.
I like stories about pinatas.
Yeah, so I just want to draw your attention to a great comment in the chat from B, the Earth Reporter. He said, this will be the best Dr. Doctor segment ever. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. And I agree, it will be the best one ever because it's the fucking last one.
Nice,
because it's fucking over. Finally, this terrible fucking show is behind us.
So B, basically, he's been on a hiatus.
I don't even hate the show. I don't even hate the show. I hate the segment. So if there's no show, then there's no fucking segment, and that's good enough for me. So see you later, fine. Dr. Doctor. I hope you're all unemployed. Fuck off.
That's it. So B has been hiatus from the Earth Report because he decided to focus on more important things like charity work. Yeah, but he still finds ways to sneak little mini reports throughout the course.
Yep.
And specifically Milo related content or Dr. Doctor related content. He's got his ear to the ground with anything Dr. Doctor related.
Yep. That's what we pay. That's what we don't pay him for, Greeno.
Spot on. Can we play the Dr. Doctor theme song, please, sir?
You definitely can.
Doctor, give me the news.
B sent me this earth-shaking news, if you will, with the announcement this week that Dr. Doctor will end with its current fifth season.
It's not earth-shattering, Greeno. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
And B made a very good point. He's just kind of like, look, this is a good thing, bad thing, whatever. I'm like, look,
it's definitely good.
Sometimes you just got to finish on top, Damo. Like you don't want to drag on and say you're welcome whilst you're still creating the brilliance that the critics still don't appreciate at this point. The kind of quality content.
Wait. Are you celebrating the show or your segment?
Bit of both.
Because they're kindred spirits. It's a symbiotic relationship. They wouldn't be one without the other, Greeno. Like this, I think we could put down. I'm not one for over the top statements, Greeno, as you know.
Yeah.
But I think we can put at least 90% of Dr. Doctor's success down to you and your promotion of it here on this show.
I think so. And I think the only way, because you said this will be the last Dr. Doctor segment, I beg to differ, sir, because I've workshopped it through to TAV headquarters.
Oh, no.
And they've given us the tick of approval to do a live stream of the final episode, like an audio commentary, if you will.
We're not doing that. We can't.
Of the final Doctor, we're going to get B in. We're going to get Troy in.
I'm not going to be in. It's going to be half of the block. So you're making a habit of showing up with half of the team, aren't you?
We'll get you in. We'll watch it all together on
Oh, look, he's dropped out. I swear to God, that's not me. That's Discord. You just dropped out there for a second. I've got you now.
We're going to have to do it. We get everyone in the room. We'll watch it. We can do it virtual. We can do it in person. Doesn't really matter. We get together for the final episode of Dr. Doctor, do an audio commentary.
You want to do a viewing party of the
I want
last
to do a
Doctor
party. I want to do a block cast of the final episode of Dr. Doctor. So we can send it off.
We could probably do it. We could probably do it on D Live, I think. We wouldn't be able to do it on YouTube, but we can definitely do it on D Live.
Of course you can. You can talk about whatever you want. You don't show the video. You just talk about it.
No, I think we have to do a viewing party, which means the video has to be playing and while we talk about like a director's commentary kind of thing.
I get you. Okay,
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I think it's better without the video though.
So the audience will have no idea what we're referring to. Only we can see it and hear it.
It sounds like our show.
Nice, Gary.
This is a winner.
I can't. You want to do a viewing show, like a viewing party show, a audience from seeing it,
seeing that video
or hearing it. They don't get to see it or hear it.
No, I want their complete understanding of the final episode of Dr. Doctor to be from the mouths of the block.
Okay, well, it could be funny.
Nice, Gary.
Give it a crack. Why not?
Damo.
Can't be any worse than the regular fucking shit you churn out for this segment. So why not? Here's one for you as well. Thought I'd throw that up. Awards and nominations received by Dr. Doctor. This was also sent through by BE. 26 nominations, a total of 0 awards.
Nice, Gary.
Unappreciated genius, sir. How many Best Director Oscars has Tarantino won?
I wouldn't know. I don't follow that stuff. Yeah.
0.
Well, I don't.
So, sometimes unappreciated genius. Tarantino, Dr. Doctor, they go hand in hand.
Okay.
Speaking of doctors, Damo,
he's the Tarantino of the gritty drama. Like he has a relationship with his roommate's sister, and this creates all kind of awkward, moments until he fucking cuts her head off and throws her into a mincer.
Yeah, we do.
Fucking Tarantino, man.
I received a paper throughout the week. Do you still get the local paper that comes through the mail?
I'm sure we do. I barely check the fucking mail though, so I wouldn't know. If I get a paper in the mail, I just kind of chuck it out.
I'm saying normally I'm straight in the bin, but the wife grabbed the mail the other day and whacked it on the bench, and I'm looking and I could see on the top said health and wellness.
Health and
wellness
okay.
magazine,
yeah.
And then the three heads I saw is what intrigued me.
Okay.
It was Jude Bolton, it was Wendell Saylor, and Gus Worland.
Why is Gus up there?
Here's the thing, right? So look, if I'm thinking health and wellness, Jude Bolton maybe,
definitely
very fit AFL player,
yeah.
No doubt, fucking very, very fit. Wendell Saylor, I don't know how healthy fucking big bags of Coke are, but, we'll roll with it.
Well, maybe not healthy, but definitely give you a short-term power boost, Greeno.
Yeah, for sure.
So Jude is the cardio guy, and Wendell is like the power explosive guy.
Explosive guy.
Now, what's Gus
on the other hand? Gus is the guy getting fat and getting skinny, getting fat, getting skinny, getting fat, getting skinny.
He's a yo-yo guy.
He's a yo-yo guy. So basically what Gus does, he's a big fat dude who every couple of years when he's radio ratings go down, he goes on a crash diet to talk so he can go on all the fucking media shows, talk about his weight loss miracle. He gets some publicity, and he gets fat again, and then his ratings dip, and then he's
nice,
he gets skinny again and does it every couple of years.
That's a nice little grab. So you're saying it's a grift that he runs. So he gets fat, and then he'll get a sponsorship deal with some health shake or something.
He's currently doing ones for I forget the actual health shake. I saw an ad for it the other day.
So his scam is basically what was the name of that fucking English boxer a few years ago? Ricky
Hatton?
Ricky Hatton, yeah. So Ricky Hatton was known for basically in between fights, he would just get fucking blind drunk. He'd be a fat guy, right? He'd just eat all shit and meat pies every day. And then, so the day he signed for a fight, he'd be like, okay, I've got 6 months to train. And then he'd just train for 6 months and get back into fighting shape, basically kill the other guy, and then go back to his really fucking, have Elvis lifestyle, frying and drinking bacon fat and shit. So you're saying Gus is basically doing the same thing. He lets himself go. Then when he needs a little bit of cashishola, mate, rolling in, a little bit of a payoff, he's like, you know what? I think it's time to address my weight. And he goes off and gets himself a bunch of sponsorship deals.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
who wants to support my weight loss this month?
You know what? I'm not even angry at him. I'm not even mad. You fucking go get paid, son. You fucking good on him.
Well done. Speaking of nice Gary's, Damo, I came across this article throughout the week, and for me, I'm like, fuck, man, this is quality. This is taking retro stuff, but making it quality comedy now.
Okay.
Police hit by Ooh Betty prankster. A man has been arrested after police airwaves were plagued for 48 hours by an imposter repeatedly saying, "Oh, Betty," in Frank Spencer's voice. Now, fucking, that's a very old reference, Frank Spencer. We're talking, what, 70s TV show?
Yes, and if I may, Greeno, can I follow up the "Oh, Betty" with, "Oh, I did a whoopsie in my beret," Greeno?
That's the other one. No,
there's a whoopsie in my beret.
Right. Give yourself a nice Gary there, sir.
Nice, Gary!
The calls apparently imitating the character from BBC comedy show Some Others Do Have 'Em began after a police radio went missing in Worthing, Western Sussex. So basically, one cop lost his radio. Some random dude found it. Thankfully, the dude that found it was a genius. And he's like, what can I do to fuck with the police airways for the next 48 hours?
But that's a beautiful, but that's so all he was saying was like constantly over and over again, "Oh, Betty, oh, Betty." So he fucked with them, but he didn't fuck with them in a way that's going to like put people at risk or anything. Like he wasn't like, "We got a situation down here at the 7-Eleven. There's a fucking black guy with a gun." He didn't do any shit like that. You know, he could have caused chaos, but he didn't. He was just repeating, "Oh, Betty," over the radio. That's fucking
nice, Gary.
That's the way to fuck with them. That's brilliant.
That's it. Well done, sir.
Yep.
So this guy's having a bad day, and look, we talked about a lot of different things on this show. We talk about fixes, right? We talk about fixes. We want to help people out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you the people that we seem to have forgotten over the course of this show, because we seem to think like we forget about the people that are truly battling.
Yeah.
Like how about the billionaires, Damo?
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Nice, Gary.
No one thinks about the billionaires, and thankfully, the human spirit is strong.
It was quite widely reported during the pandemic and the lockdowns and stuff that a number of billionaires got far, 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 far richer. Like the Jeff Bezoses, for example, because of all the fucking delivery services, right?
Yeah.
People working from home, so people who were in businesses that would benefit from the pandemic made a shit ton of money, but not all billionaires, Greeno.
Nice, Gary.
No.
Some billionaires didn't make as much. They still made money, don't get me wrong, but they just didn't make as much as, like, say Jeff Bezos, for example.
Yes, spot on. So I'll send you a video throughout the week because, we need to cheer up. I'm thinking about the people in Melbourne. They're coming out of lockdown today, but they've had a rough week.
Yep.
But, if you want to, see someone overcome adversity or like someone who's been struggling, put a smile on their face.
Yep.
How about getting that specific type of sports car that you've never had your chance to get for your 80th birthday, Damo?
For your 80th. What a special moment.
Have a look.
So this is, a bit more backstory too. This is Kraft, isn't it?
The owner of the New England Patriots. He's had a rough trot with only, 6-7 Super Bowls in the last 12 years, something like that.
6-7 Super Bowls and a hand job, Greeno.
And a hand job and a billionaire. So he hasn't had the best of luck lately.
I know a lot of guys who would just, don't even care about the Super Bowls. Can I just get the hand job, please?
Yeah.
That would be enough to make them happy. But so this guy's obviously never satisfied. But so somebody I don't know, is this from a show or something? Is there a reality show like Kicking It with Kraft or something? I'm not aware of.
Now, the reason it's on video is because there was a bunch of celebrities that bought it for him. So it was like Dr. Dre and
so they were all getting their little fucking clout.
They were getting their little thing. So they obviously, the car's obviously free, right?
God.
But they said, "Oh, look, we'll say that we gave it to him. We'll put it out there to go on social media. Fucking people will play on their stupid little podcasts, and it'll get all the publicity you need to pay."
Imagine buying a car for Kraft for clout, Greeno, for fame.
Yeah,
like fucking how sad. I bet they all felt really dirty when they got home. But so anyway, this video came out, and then somebody decided, hey, why don't I need to find the exact description of this person on Twitter, and I'll put the link in the chat too. This person said, and I quote, "Someone needs to get this set to the music from those viral videos where a 3-legged dog finds his forever home," which I think is just fucking lovely. A lovely way to describe this. So somebody decided to put the footage of Robert Kraft. Is it Robert Kraft?
Yes.
Yeah. Robert Kraft getting this fucking celebrity sports car for his birthday and then set it to the inspirational music for the three-legged dog. Have a look.
We knew you wouldn't get it yourself. You know, you went all into this house. You thought it was the top of your head, so we thought we were going to get you the car that you were looking at.
That's exactly what.
This came from Jay and Will and Alan.
It's the perfect music choice.
That's 100%. How the fudge did you get it? Because we couldn't get it.
We have resources.
We couldn't get it. As if he couldn't get anything.
Of course, he's a billionaire. It's all horseshit.
Here's your.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh, this was.
Look at the childish card here. Except you look 40 and act 25. It's like it's a homemade card, but it's like a homemade card, not made by like a 10-year-old, but made by like the 28-year-old grandson who also happens to be a fucking douchebag.
Yeah.
Like who happens to be a dick, a total dropkick. Like, oh, I made granddad this card. It's so fucking cool, bro. You know, like, you know what I mean? That's what it looks like. And he's probably going to go, oh God, is this kid, how much inheritance is this kid going to waste when I'm fucking
him out
dead?
of the wheel.
Maybe you wouldn't get yourself.
He looks like Chet Hanks, the kid on the right.
He does a little bit.
Got a bit of white boy summer about him.
Wasn't that a thing of beauty to have?
Fucking inspirational music as well. Fantastic.
And there we go. We're back on track for segment 3.
All right.
It's the JJ Stoner Spring Collection, the perfect attire for any and every occasion you can think of this season. Like we were in the mosh pit full of sweat and everyone's slapping, hitting, and pulling on you. This shit won't rip! Lunch at your favorite cafe? Brunch with the girls? These stylish ensembles will give you the confidence you need to look and feel your best. Or if you're getting arrested for possession, it comes with a built-in police stick-proof body armor. Keep swinging, pigs! Call now, and your order will come with a complimentary ounce of that dankest bubblegum slurricane that the South has to offer. Don't forget the wall tapestry! If you need to cover your wall, it works!
Hello, my name is Frozen Asian, and I'd like to tell you about my show, The Sunday Night Shit Show, every Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Along with good conversations and laughing at funny and weird shit we find on the internet, we also have the Hat Cam, where I showcase my myriad of great-looking hats. Here is a testimonial from a great friend of mine who has enjoyed my hats lately.
I hope your next hat is a bullet. Jesus Christ, what are you, fucking Asian Dick Tracy? What's wrong with you? Why do you have to ruin my evening? Like, I was just gonna listen to my buds do their show, and you just gotta do that. You just do the show without the hat.
So you're not enjoying it?
No!
Dude, Asian
come
Dick
on,
Tracy.
secretly you enjoy it.
You look like you're going undercover in Argentina, but it's not working.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, come on, you secretly love it.
No, I openly hate it.
And there you have it. So subscribe to the Sunday Night Shit Show at youtube.com/Sunday Night Shit Show. And hope to see you there on Sunday nights. Bye.
Welcome to The Starting Block. Follow on Twitter at The Starting Block. Drop the K at the end. Find the podcast on iTunes or on tavshow.com.
Yes, back on the block, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Do I normally do a plug or something here? I forget sometimes.
No, you never do. I'm the only one who has these like responsibilities on the show, Greeno. You just kind of freewheel it.
Pretty much.
Don't even put in
Throwing this
any
bad
effort
boy
in.
Yeah, that sounds about right. What are we doing? What are we up to? I really should have the rundown up in front of me.
Jokic, the new Joker, Greeno.
Yes. I don't know if you saw this throughout the week. So
Of course I saw it. It's fucking fantastic. It's one of the greatest fucking sports stories of all time, Greeno.
100%. So
can't be
won the
underrated.
MVP. Won the MVP throughout the course of the week, and this led to people reminding everyone of this guy was drafted like 45th pick,
41st.
41st. There we go. I knew it was in the 40s of the second round, though.
Yeah.
So obviously, no first round pick, but this guy was actually picked during an ad break.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
So Jokic, he just won the NBA MVP for those who are concerned. Does he play for the Nuggets? I think he plays.
Yes,
for
he
the
does.
Nuggets. Right. So he just won the best player in the fucking league. Not LeBron James, right? LeBron James
not Steph
didn't
Curry.
fucking win it. Not Steph Curry. Not
Won in
James
a
Harden.
landslide.
Right? It was this fucking guy, this Serbian guy who, like Greeno said, was drafted. This was the moment. This was his happy, special fucking moment, in history when he was drafted. Have a look at this.
Two things you only dreamed would come together. A delicious cheesy quesadilla wrapped around a beefy
There you
burrito.
go. Nikolai Jokic, power forward, picked.
That's it.
Picked by the Denver Nuggets, Serbia, in the middle of a Taco Bell ad.
Yep. So he didn't even get a cutaway where like you show a picture of him or anything and see his face. He was literally fucking drafted during a Taco Bell fucking commercial.
During a Taco Bell ad. So well done. Like, what a way to win the MVP.
Fantastic.
Very, very, very nice. Trying to find something from Andrew Bogut throughout the course of the week, and that's why I'm a little bit distracted.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it. Sorry.
All right. Was it
guarantee
good?
it
Was it good, Greeno?
It was pretty good, I must admit.
What was it?
I must admit. He was talking about the restrictions that were going on in Melbourne about what's open, what's not open anymore. Now I can't find it. Fuck it. Sorry.
I saw something earlier that was like, you can't go to the gym, but you can still go to the methadone clinic, which I thought
that's
was
the
nice.
one.
Yeah.
It was worded perfectly. It was like, you can go, you can go out, you can do your shopping, you can go to the methadone clinic, you can go to a brothel, but you can't go to the gym.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I know which one I'd rather do. Like, realistically.
Yeah, go to the
brothel.
brothel.
Sounds like a fun weekend.
Obviously, yeah.
He's going to the gym. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
John Rahm, Damo, you would have touched on this on your show throughout the course of the week, I imagine.
No. Who the fuck is
there you
John
go.
Rahn, Greeno?
John Rahm was the guy who is
Oh,
the
the golfer,
golfer.
the
He was
fucking golfer, yes.
Leading by 6 strokes at the end of the 3rd round. And then they tapped him on the shoulder on like the 17th hole and were like, hey, John, turns out you've tested positive for COVID. You got to fucking go. Cost himself $1.6 million.
Yeah, let me grab that video because I've got it here. That fucking, I don't know why, but that one got to me. He's probably a very wealthy guy who can probably, whatever. He probably makes a good living.
Though.
I know, but it's not even the money for me. It's the fucking. So here's the moment where he got told that he's not allowed to finish the round that he's playing, that he's been playing, right? He's not allowed to finish the game that he's 3.5 days into because this was the final round, wasn't it?
No, it was the end of the 3rd round.
End of the 3rd round. All right, but he's up by 6, so he's in a good fucking spot.
He's looking pretty good.
Yeah, this is the moment when he got told he has to leave the course.
Not again. Let's go away from the ring. All right, so yeah.
Not again. How many times has this dude got COVID?
Yeah. Well, I mean, see, this is a new. He's clearly a healthy man. Like he's not falling over. He's not struggling to breathe or anything. This is a new thing where they can just come out to the middle of the fucking sporting event and just say, sorry, you're disqualified now because you're sick. And there's something about that just gave me chills, and I fucking hated this video, and I hate this story, and I hate that it happened to him. And I think I think this puts us in fucking very scary, dangerous territory. Anybody who might have been infected over the course of him playing there has already been. There's no harm. Golf is played. It's already socially distanced, right? You're not fucking running into each other. There's a lot of space on a golf course. He could have finished his round of golf, no fucking problem. They could have said, because he's already been around people, you know what I mean? You're not protecting anybody at this point. It's like, okay, well, now you've got this, hey, why don't you just be a little bit more careful? Put a fucking mask on him if you have to.
Whack a mask on. Tell him to stay the fuck away from everyone.
Right. And so the fact that he was on track to win 1.6 mil just was like the cherry on top. But the thing for me, the cake for me was this whole fucking ritual here, this embarrassing, humiliating sequence of events, which led to like, you know, the officials coming out saying, sorry, mate, you got to go. Why is that? You're sick. You're sick, mate. Sorry about I just found that fucking horrifying. So fuck you,
dick. I kind of beg to differ, Damo. I want to see more of this.
You want all of them yanked.
Not just all of them. I want anything now. So you got the squirts. Sorry, can't finish around.
Yes.
You got
a cold?
boil. Yeah. You got a boil. Sorry, can't finish around.
Got a little bit of. Are you leaking from the dick at any chance? Yeah. Got to go.
Better go.
So Greg Norman's finished then. He's always leaking from the dick.
He's got elephantitis of the dick. Sorry, Greg. Can't finish around.
Gotta go.
I want to see more of it, Damo.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Until there's like some 12-year-old kid wearing a fucking sumo suit who wins. He shoots 50 over par and wins because he's the only guy in the comp.
Still healthy. He's got no dick leak. He's all fine. I'm going to do a couple of stat mans, Damo.
Okay.
I'm a stat man. Big congratulations to Brandon Crawford for the SF Giants, who played the most ever games for the Giants as a shortstop with 1,326 games played. Now, that may seem too significant, but the record he just broke, the previous record holder for the Giants, went back to 1906 when they were still in New York.
Wow, that's good.
Nice,
so that's some longevity in the shortstop position, because normally shortstops, it's a very agile position.
Blow your knees out, blow your ankles out.
It's a young man's game. Normally, you kind of play there for a few years, then you get moved over to third or second. They bring in a young kid who's got better defense. But this I
imagine there's like a lot of back and hip injuries at shortstop. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah, arms as
diving,
well. Yeah, spot on. So there you go. Well done there to Brandon Crawford. And then he hit a 2-run homer to win the game in that game as well. So not a bad way to celebrate.
Good stuff.
We're gonna end the show, Damo, with one of my favorite things.
What do you got?
A crazy Uncle Jerry DePoto trade.
Oh yes, come on, give it to me.
Jerry DePoto, he's acquired Jake Bowers from Cleveland throughout the course of the week. So that gets him up to about so there's no
440 something.
40 odd trade, something like that. Seattle still fucking dead last in the division.
Nice, Gary.
He's just constantly wheeling and dealing. When he took over, weren't Seattle like on the cusp of playoff contention and stuff?
Yeah, not far off. Yeah, which
started the whole thing, which is why like he was going on trading runs, because he was like, oh, we're so close, we just need this and this. So he's continued his fucking bizarre and exotic trading strategy and has just traded his team all the way to the bottom.
Nice, Gary.
That's why we love him. Crazy Uncle Jerry.
Crazy Uncle Jerry. Good to have him in action. There you go. You said you didn't know how we're going to get the show done in an hour and a half.
I can't believe you pulled it off. I can't believe you did it.
Yeah, we find a way.
There you go.
You know what? I assume there's something else you got to marinate or pull together. So
I'm actually going to get started on the cabbage now, and I'm going to like pre-cook it so I can just like heat it up in a pot tomorrow, because it's one less thing to do, because the sauce is very fucking labor intensive, Greener. There's like a lot of like straining and then putting it back together and then straining it again and then mixing it and reducing it down. There's a lot of that kind of fucking around that needs to take place tomorrow.
Yeah, very good.
So that has to be the focus.
I like it.
Yep.
Plugs before we go.
Follow Greeno at the starting block when we drop the K at the end. Follow myself at BoogieBumper. No show from me tomorrow. We're going to be too fucking busy, Greeno. We've got too many things to do.
Put together.
We're also in regards to the strategy. Just a quick little fucking story time on our
I like stories about pinatas.
In regards to the strategy, so I'm also getting up at like 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow to take the girls to like the dog park so they can run out all of their excitement, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll take them for a bath after that, so they're going to be like nice and clean and fucking tired when the Greeno clan shows up. So that's also part of the strategy of
part of the plan
when the kids come walking in. So you thought you were special getting up at 5 a.m. or whatever it was, 5:30 for the lamb ragu. My meal started three or 4 days ago, whatever it was, and I'll also be getting up, Greeno.
Nice, Gary.
At the crack of dawn to make sure this goes according to plan. So there you go. I'm obviously well in front. This could taste like absolute shit tomorrow. And I'm already in front. So
Yeah, very good.
Can't fucking lose. All right.
See you guys next week.
We'll probably do updates on Twitter or some shit as we get drunk. Who knows?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Catch you guys later.
All right, see you guys. Bye.
We'll always be bosom buddies, friends, sisters, and pals. We'll always be bosom buddies. If life should reject you, there's me to protect you.
If I say that your tongue is vicious,
if I call you uncouth,
it's simply that.
Who else but a bosom buddy will sit down and tell you the truth?
Hey Patriots, this is your favorite Southerner, Doc Martin. Just wanted to remind you to put on your calendars to join me and your favorite ne'er-do-well Yankee, Phil D'Angelo, on Saturday nights, beginning with Promises Kept at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by The Speakeasy with all of your favorite Patriots. You never know what we might cuss and discuss.
That's right, Doc Martin. This is everybody's favorite Yankee, Phil D'Angelo speaking. And on Saturday night, we could have Kimmy, Y-Censored, affectionately known as Electrolux, the original Grandma, UK Neil, Rusty and his famous sound test show, Coffee Talk with Sandra, Earth Citizen, Stefan, the infamous Grandma Sears, Mac Daddy may even make a show up, or virtually anyone else in the world for some irrelevant fun.
Yankee, you mean some irreverent fun. So be sure to join us on Twitch, Periscope, D-Live, or YouTube.
That's right, Doc. Follow us at Winning TV on all of those channels.
So be sure and put it on your calendar. We'll be looking for you. We'll leave the porch light on.
I still think it's irrelevant fun.
But why are you farming for coins when you have a heavy bag?
You're listening to The Starting Block on TAVShow.com.